Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
I'm a lawyer, so I took a bar exam a long time ago. I've been a lawyer now for 29 years, so I took a bar exam 29 years and a few months ago. And I passed it in Michigan, and that was at a time when you would go sit down at a desk in the Breslin Center in East Lansing, and for 2 days, scribble out answers or fill in dots and multiple choice things. And later on, they'd say, you passed, you didn't pass. They told me I passed, so here I am. So here's the thing. In this day and age, having exams given like that can't be done. So they were trying to do remote exams. We've been hearing problems with remote exams since they started doing this year. And the scary part is that I heard from people who said that they were going to take the bar exam. They had to load certain software onto their computer, and the software was loaded with bugs and Trojan horses and viruses and things. And there was all kinds of problems there. And then I've heard of other problems. Well, here is the craziest and most widespread problem I've seen yet. Mark sent this to me yesterday from the ABA Journal. Thousands of California bar exam takers have video files flagged for review, and the video file is the file of them taking the exam. So thousands of California bar exam takers, the people who took the bar exam, California, thousands of them have actually been told by the State Bar of California, you might have a problem with how you took the test. And by that, they're saying that, in essence, they might be suspecting them of cheating. And here's the problem. It's unclear what the allegations are. So this is a big mess. Stephanie Francis Ward and Lyle Moran wrote the story for the ABA Journal. But more than 3,000 people who sat for the State Bar of California's remote October exam have had their proctoring videos flagged for review. And dozens report receiving violation notices from the agency's Office of Admissions. Applicants say the issues flagged are largely technological, and many claim they had no indication of a problem until they received the violation notice, meaning they sat down, they took the exam, thought they were done, and now they got a thing saying, oh, there might be a problem with your exam. Similar concerns have been reported for the Tennessee bar exam, so this is not limited to just California. During a December 4th meeting of the California Committee of Bar Examiners, a program manager with the bar reported that almost 9,000 people took the exam online. 8,920 people took the exam online. Of that group, more than 3,000 of the test takers had their videos flagged for review. So one third of the people who took the California bar exam have had their results called into question. In a statement on Thursday, the bar told the ABA Journal its review of test taker video files is ongoing. The investigation is ongoing. And it declined to identify how many October examinees received violation notices. During the video review process, a Chapter 6 notice is issued to any applicant who is believed to have violated examination rules and policies. A Chapter 6 notice is not a finding of violation or a sanction. It's simply telling the applicant that there is an issue with which they need to respond. If a determination of a testing violation is made, bar actions could include warnings, a score of 0 for the flagged sessions, or possibly a score of 0 for the entire exam. Negative marks could also be put on your character and fitness, and this is a problem. So some people are thinking, oh, if I took the exam and I failed it because it got flagged, I just take it again. Well, to be admitted to practice law, you have to take the exam and pass it. You also have to pass what's called character and fitness. Character and fitness is more them looking at your record to see if you have any issues that might make you fit or unfit to be an attorney. If you got flagged for cheating on the bar exam, if you pass the bar exam on the second try, they're still going to say, yeah, but you cheated on the first try. And that would be a problem. So the character and fitness part is actually what's going to come back and bite somebody on something like this. According to attorneys representing test takers and documents reviewed by the ABA Journal, issues cited in the recent notices include the examinee's eyes being intermittently out of view of their webcams, audio not working, and examinees not being present behind their computers during the exam. So apparently, when you take the exam remotely, you have to be doing this in front of a computer that has a camera on it, and the camera's watching you and filming you take the test. So your eyes must be visible, you must be visible, and the mic's got to be on. So there can't be someone sitting behind the computer giving you answers. You may have also caught the fact that it says attorneys representing test takers. And yes, if someone takes the bar exam and fail, one of the first things they often do is hire an attorney to go back and appeal the result. One person whose laptop crashed while he was answering the exam's first essay question received a violation notice for using an electronic device during the test. He said that he was on the phone during the test trying to get help from the California bar as well as from the software company that runs the bar. And he says the first call was 48 minutes long and the fix worked for 5 minutes. The second call lasted 2 hours. Also, he submitted his answer before it was finished because he said that the software company told him that they needed the answer for troubleshooting. So that's a problem. If you're on the phone for 2 hours trying to get your laptop fixed, that's 2 hours that you aren't spending writing an answer. An ethics lawyer who defends clients against State Bar of California charges says she had signed on 19 clients who received Chapter 6 notices and fielded phone calls from many others in the same situation. They are panicked, she said. She's heard from clients whose audio worked for the mock exam, so they believed it would work for the official exam as well. Now, some of those test takers have received Chapter 6 notices. She also criticizes the notices that pertain to whether examinees' eyes were always visible throughout the 2-day test. You're focusing on the exam. It's kind of hard to focus on whether your eyes are visible. And I was thinking about that because if I'm looking down, I mean, I know you can see my eyes, but I can see you. But the problem, of course, is that the camera on a laptop, first of all, it's got a lens about yay big. And second of all, I'm not exactly sure what's on your screen as you're taking a test and whether you can actually see what it's showing you, like picture in picture. But if the picture in picture is this big, can you actually tell if your eyes are visible? There's a lot going on here. A California-based ethics lawyer who defends clients against state bar charges says she too has fielded dozens of calls from worried test takers who received Chapter 6 notices. She says 8 examinees had officially retained her to represent them. Some applicants who received notices had taken the test at major law firms whose IT departments worked to ensure the test takers would be in compliance. So a lot of people who are taking the bar exam have already got jobs. They're working at law firms that have IT departments. So many of them would say, oh, can I take the test here? What better place to take it than at the law firm you work at? I know somebody who recently took a big examination like this who's a doctor and actually went and took it in a room at a hospital. And they set a room aside and set it up. You can go take your test there. So these things are a lot of this is uncharted territory in a way, but the 2 attorneys say some clients received unsigned and undated Chapter 6 notices. How do you know when your 10 days start to run if the letter's not dated? But you get a letter that says you've got 10 days. And with mail nowadays, it may have taken 10 days to get the letter. That's another problem. The bar did not directly respond to the ABA Journal when asked questions about this. It did say, however, that its Offices of Admissions receives applicants' responses to violation notices. Along with any evidence, the information will be used to decide whether a violation notice will be affirmed. If it is, the office determines whether a sanction should be imposed. If an applicant disagrees with that determination, that person can request an administrative hearing, and an unfavorable outcome could be appealed with a committee of bar examiners, and ultimately you'd be before the California Supreme Court. Now, I've never gotten to argue a case before the Michigan Supreme Court. I've sought leave to appeal, but they denied it a few years ago. But you don't want to be in front of your state's Supreme Court for the first time as an applicant to the bar appealing their denial of your license. So meanwhile, those people whose bar exam scores are being held right now in abeyance cannot take the February bar. And that's the scary part. And when I took the bar exam, I took it in July, and you know you're going to get the results in the fall. If you don't pass the July bar, you then plan on taking it in February. It's offered twice a year. The problem is that if you fail the July and you have to take the February, you got to start studying again. But you don't find out if you passed or failed until like September or October, right? So the question is, how confident are you that you take the bar in July? Do you start studying for the February bar just in case? Or do you just decide to live dangerously and go, you know something, I hope I got it. I ain't studying. Okay? And now I passed the Michigan bar on the first try, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I know people who failed. And they're like, they go into this panic mode because they were hoping they passed. And now they've got 4 months, more like 3.5 months or something, to study for the February bar. And this is the weird part, is they will not let you register for the upcoming bar until this is resolved. So you might not get this resolved by February. And if there's thousands of these things to review, that might take some time. And you might say, Steve, why would they let them retake the test? Well, like I said, it's not just passing the test. If you pass the test, that's great. If you fail the test because you cheated, then you've got a problem with the character and fitness. And that's the big issue here. So I don't actually know anybody who took the California bar exam this time. I don't know anybody who did it. I know many people who took the California bar exam over the years. It's notoriously a difficult exam. And I am curious about the software. And a very good friend of mine, Justin, who is the guy who gave me the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh shirt, he watches my videos from time to time, took an exam in law school that was done on a laptop, and you're allowed to do that then. And he had his laptop lock up on him. It locked up on him. And he told me the story. I don't think he'll mind me telling the story. And the laptop locked up on him, and they managed to save it. And they managed to do it to where it worked. But the crazy part is that if your laptop locks up on you, and that's going to cause you to fail an exam, whether it's for one class or for the bar or something, these kind of technical glitches. And again, we've discussed this before, early Windows, right? Might lock up on you all the time or crash or whatever. But most of the programs nowadays are relatively bulletproof. Most of them. But do you really want to risk your livelihood on that? That's crazy. So one of the things that might indicate that there is a problem with this, and by problem, I mean it's not widespread cheating. It's not. What you have is almost 9,000 people who took the bar, and over 3,000 have been flagged. There's got to be something wrong with that process. There's no way 36% of the people taking the bar exam are cheating. No way. No way. Are some of them cheating? Possibly. Are all of them cheating? Probably not. But to straighten out 3,000 flagged claims, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So I feel sorry for the guys and gals who've taken the California bar exam recently, and I hope we can get back to normal shortly and not have to deal with this kind of stuff. But there you go, another one of the wacky byproducts of COVID. Thousands of California bar exam takers have video files flagged for review. From the ABA Journal, Stephanie Francis Ward and Lyle Moran wrote it. Mark sent it to me. Thanks a lot. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. Best summer vacation book never written. Where to stay on vacation by Motel.